Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are doing a plan with me for the last week of January 2023, which I cannot believe we're already planning this last week. So let's get started. So I'm using the winter collection kit from my shop, which is going to be like the theme for this month, or is the theme for this month. And I went ahead and I used this washi strip, but I cut it in half so that I could use it across the top, like as a date header, so to speak, which I'm really liking. I'm really liking that look. And the planner. So using this one, just gonna cover it up. So this one turned out a little bit shorter than this one, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use the cutter tool to slice it just a little bit more to even it out. Just use my little tweezers to pick this one up. Oh, so tough to pick up. There we go. All right. I'm going to use the dates of the week headers to just create my own header here. I love these. And I love this sort of like technique because it can really make the planning a lot more versatile. Go. Now I'm using the little days of the month numbers to put the date. I definitely love how the headers look on the planner. I think it just puts the whole layout a little bit more put together. This one was from last week, and as you can see, like I didn't like it as much because it didn't have like the whole full cohesive look, but it still is pretty nice. I like it. I love the washi on the bottom, but I think I love the headers on top just to pull the whole design together. So I white out the top numbers, the hours, and I am putting in my workout icons for my workout schedule for this week. And do a little watch. All right, so I have my usual class for Monday. I should really change up my schedule a little bit because this is way too predictable. But I kind of like the routine of like the same thing, because even though the name of the classes is the same, it's still different. Like every week, every class is a little different. So what I'm doing now is I'm grabbing some of these clear dots for my rest day. So Wednesday is rest day. I'm just going to put in a little dot there. And then Sunday is rest day too. I use this one. Perfect. Thursday it's at 7 a.m. Friday 6 a.m. PT session, and then Saturday 6:30. So next is going to be setting up the headers for the week with all of my setup. So I put one over here for this week. And then I'll do one for the bottom portion for next week. And then I'm going to alternate colors. So this one will be for content section. And then, should I use the same color? Yeah, I think I might use the same color. And then I'll do, at the 3 o'clock hour, I put my regular to-dos. Oh, not that right color. This one, 3. And then another dark blue one for this AM. Another blue one for this one. So I grabbed the headers for this week and the one for next week, and also a half box for my reading. I'm going to use some of these mini dots to just kind of highlight whatever's going on this week. So I'll use this cream color one for this one, and then for next week I think I'll use the light blue. Okay, perfect. So for this week we have rugs. We're having some rugs installed in one of our properties, so we are having the measurements done this week. We also need to decide if we're going to attend a friend's wedding. So my husband hasn't fully recovered from COVID. Like, he still has some like long COVID symptoms, and he's not feeling very comfortable with travel right now. So we would have to travel because the wedding is a couple hours away, and we're not sure yet how he would do with that. So we need to decide if we're gonna end up going or not, which breaks my heart not to be able to go, but I also want to be safe and realistic with what we can do. So we need to make that decision this week. Let's see how it goes. And then and then I also have to start Go Wild prep. I cannot believe it. I'm so excited for Go Wild. So I need to start the prep, and this week I'm trying to work on table mate gifts. So if you have not heard of Go Wild, I did a whole blog post and video on it, but it's essentially what it is the biggest planner conference in the US, and it brings all of the planner lovers within the planner community together, and every year is in a different spot. So this year I'm so excited that it's finally on the East Coast. So I'm going to be attending. This will be my 3rd year attending, and I am super excited. The conference itself is about 3 days long, and a couple of the days there is a lot of presentations. There's lots of speakers that come in, and you get so much inspiration. And there are tables, obviously. There are tables for us to sit at. And on day 1, the tables are beautifully decorated by table sponsors, like shops or other larger businesses. For example, Erin Condren could be a sponsor, or a smaller shop. Like, let's say if I had the time and the capacity to do it, and I wanted to be a sponsor, I could apply to be a sponsor for the conference. And on day 1, when they first open the doors to the ballroom, where we're going to have the event, each table is beautifully decorated, all very unique, and all inspired by the by the sponsor that's sponsoring that table. So on day 2, so that's day 1. So you get all, obviously all the highlight and all the attention is on all of that. That's on that sponsoring table. But on day 2, we don't have like sponsor tables because that was already on day 1. So on day 2, it's where it's not mandatory, but that's where a lot of people exchange table mate gifts, as well as people do roommate gifts if they're rooming with somebody. So last year, and the gifts are absolutely not required. That it's not part of the conference. Like really, that's something that people started to do, but it's not a required thing. And actually last year I didn't do any table mate gifts. And mainly the reason for that is because I was traveling across the country, because last year's conference was in Anaheim, California. And I just didn't have, I was already going overweight with my luggage as it was. So I just couldn't do it. I could have done something small, absolutely, but it was a little bit rushed and I just wasn't prepared. But this year is a little bit different. So I am excited to be working on those table mate gifts for this year. So I'm excited to share those with you. I'll definitely share what those gifts will be. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to move it to the 11 a.m. hour. Do it to the 10:30. So these are my appointment labels for my work schedule. So yeah, so I'm excited. I went to Michael's and I got all of the supplies, and I am thrilled to be putting something together, something that's, has like a little bit of a personal touch and all of that. So yeah, it should be really exciting. I cannot believe that it's almost here. The conference this year is at the beginning of March 2nd through the 5th. But I'm actually planning on going with my best friend a few days before the conference to do the whole touristy thing beforehand. So that should be a lot of fun. I have never been to DC, so that's going to be cool too, because it allows me the opportunity to visit a new place. So okay, why do I keep doing this? Every week, I always put my work labels on the weekend. I definitely don't want to work that much. All right, so I'm going to put my work schedule. And I'm going to use the mini dots as well for the content. Actually, I'm not sure content for Monday, but we'll see. Content, I feel like I'm getting, because of my routines have changed, I'm getting a little bit lost with my content. I felt like I had a pretty good schedule, but now things are kind of like, we're kind of posting as they come. But looking to kind of get back to that structure. And this one for Thursday. Not sure about Saturday, but Sunday will be this one. Will be the SP and P tip. I'm also super excited. I have some merch coming that I'm hoping that I'm going to have on time for Go Wild, that I want to bring with me as part of like my gifts as well. So I'm super excited. And that is, in case you don't know, SPNP is School of Papercraft and Plannery, which I share a weekly tip on planning, productivity. I'm probably going to be incorporating some budgeting tips as well and every Sunday. So that's over on my Instagram. Speaking of budgeting, I'm hoping, because this is the last pay in January, which technically I count towards February. I'm hoping to have my February budget all planned out and ready to go on the 27th or sometime this weekend, because it is technically the first pay period that I count towards the February budget. So that's the plan. On Tuesday, we have the rug measurement. So I'm going to use this little appointment label, and I'm going to be using one of these. Which one do I want to use? Maybe this one. And I'm going to use a little yoga mat to just call out the rug measurement. So and then on Sunday, I'm planning to visit my grandmother, which I visited her last weekend, but she needs help with, I'm going to use this little purple, although I guess I took off the purple with taking out the header, so I'll use this one. She bought a mattress, but the mattress is like sagging a little bit, so I'm helping her with the warranty, and they're asking for all kinds of pictures, and like the mattress needs like a whole photo shoot. And I need to go back. So I thought I had taken the right pictures last weekend, but I did not apparently. So I'll need to go back and take the right pictures with how they're asking. So and then where's my little, oh, here it is. Check mark. For payday on Friday, I'm going to use these little page corners. These are the stickers that came with the file folder, accordion file folder from EC. So I'm going to use it for that. And lastly, I'm just going to add my to-dos for each day. So Monday, we're cleaning out the fridge. I need to work on orders. Tuesday, trash out, groceries, orders. Need to film and edit. Then on Wednesday, I have laundry. I have orders. I need to design, film, and edit. On Thursday, I need to film day in the life. I need to work on orders, design. I need to do my February budget. And that's going to be filmed. And then I need to edit. And then on Friday, I have orders, design. And I also need to go to the bank for my cash envelopes For Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to do orders, which is a daily thing, and design, which I don't get to every day, but I write it in just in hopes that I can get to it. And I think that's going to be it for this setup. So this is it for this setup. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this plan with me. Let me know if you have any comments or questions down below. And as always, friends, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.